Hi, and welcome to the second tutorial for creating a story on Tikatalk.com. During this tutorial, you will learn to create a story using a story spark provided by Tikatalk. You will also learn how to add illustrations to that story and publish and share the same story. We start the tutorial at Tikatalk.com. On our home page, all we have to do to start a new book is to click the Start a Book tab. This tab takes us to this page, which offers a bunch of different story ideas provided by Tikatalk. Now we could click on one of the categories of story ideas, but I have an idea already. I would like to write our book about elves. So I type in elves and click enter, and it gives us a list of stories about elves. I think the Hidden City of Elves sounds like a great idea for a story, so I'll click the Hidden City of Elves, and Tikatalk provides us with the story template. Now we look through the story template to see if we like the story itself, and if we do, we choose it and start writing. We click on a page to move to the next page, and I like this one, so we're going to go ahead and click yes to start writing. It prompts us to edit the name of the book if we'd like. I think The Hidden City of Elves is a good title, so I'll leave that. We also need to enter the name of the hero, and our hero is going to be named Joe. We also need to say that he's a guy, and if we'd like to invite friends to write, we would click yes, but that we don't want to for this particular instance, so we'll click continue. Then Tikatalk shows us our story template. Here is our cover for our book, and the title, The Hidden City of Elves, appears at the top. If we want to edit the text of The Hidden City of Elves, we click this little wrench, and there's our menu. Now, I like the color green, so I'll go ahead and change the color green. And say we wanted to make the size of the font bigger. We would drag this little tab over and it would make it bigger. If we wanted to make it smaller, we drag it the opposite direction and make it smaller. I think that's a good size. Next, if we wanted to move where this is positioned on the page, we could drag the drag me bar by clicking and holding it after we've saved our text. And we can move it to anywhere we like in the page. I think that's a good spot, so I'll drop it there. We'll move on to our next page. That's our title page, so we'll leave that as it is. Then we click the next arrow to go to the next. Now, we'd like to change the text on this page, so I'm going to highlight the text I'd like to delete. I'm going to press the delete button, and I'm going to say, this book is dedicated to Radford University. And then I'll move on to the next page by clicking the arrow. And here we have our first page. Our text on our left side is, Joe missed the last subway train home and found himself locked in the station. The text looks good, so I'm going to leave it as it is. And then I'm going to click here to add an illustration. Now I went ahead and drew up some illustrations, and then I also scanned them into my computer. You have to do this to get it on your computer to have it ready to upload. Otherwise, you can go to the website and send it to them by mail, and they'll upload it. So I'll click Upload New Image. I'll click Select Files, and I'll click the SAD image off of my desktop. It's uploading our image now, and there we have our first image. Now, since Joe missed the subway train home, he's looking very sad in our first image. Now I want that to be a little bigger, so I'll drag this corner down and make it a little bigger, and I'll also drag it up to the middle of the page, and there we have our first pages of our book. Now, normally you would go through the rest of the book and edit the images and edit the text, and maybe if you'd like to change the color of the page, you could click paper color and choose the color paper. I'll go with orange and then save it. And there we have our color orange paper. You could also add more text for a more advanced writer to have them work on adding more to the story than is already in the outline. But for now, we'll like this book, so we'll go ahead and save our work. Click the Save tab, and it says we have successfully saved our book. We click OK, and now we can exit, and we have our very first book. It will ask us right off the bat if we want to buy it in print. Right now we're not done, so we're not going to buy it. But if you are ready to buy it, go ahead and click yes, and it'll prompt you to the rest of the way to buying it, and they'll send you a copy of your book. So to look through our book, we would click the top cover, and it would go to the next page. We click the next page, and it would go to the next page. And there we have our sad Joe who missed the subway home. Students can look through Tick-A-Tock to find your book, or you can show them how to search it. And this is how you create a book on Tick-A-Tock.com. Thank you for joining our tutorial. We'll see you next time.